What's up, y'all? So, got Austin's car back over here. Y'all are following this one. I was taking the transmission out at his house and bringing the transmission here. But what happened was, he had someone build the transmission for him, and they did a crappy job. That's putting it lightly. Oh, gotta squeeze through here. And I took it back out. This is what, third, fourth time? I don't know. But anyway, it was in the car. So I had to put the tail housing, wasn't the right tail housing to fit that big drive shaft. So I had to change that. Parking pawl spring, parking pawl detent. We put it all together and it didn't want to work right. I'm surprised it worked at all. Took the transmission out, rebuilt it, because the guy who built it did a terrible job. I swear, I think a 10 to 12 year old could have watched a YouTube video and did a better job than that. I'm not kidding. But so took it apart, rebuilt it, put it back in there. It worked. But now, when you put it in gear, it would make this noise coming from the pump converter area like air through a water hose. So I tried a few different pickup tubes to rule that out, and that didn't help. So it drove fine. So we decided to race it one day. He gets over there, and part way down the track, the front seal just blew completely out of the transmission. So I take the transmission out, and we're going to put a different converter in it and change the seal. And then come to find out, the stator and the torque converter that Noah put in there from Performance Works, the guy that terribly rebuilt it, the stator in that bolt together torque converter, Speedmaster junk, it just disintegrated. And you could tell he's had that apart because it's got RTV on it to put it back together. This rubber ring is supposed to sit well, yeah, those don't come with RTV on them, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, I haven't ever known one, but I find it hard to believe that those are bolted back together with RTV. But anyway, he either took it apart and didn't put it back together right, and that's what caused it to explode, or it's just Speedmaster junk, and that's what made it explode. Anyway, I had to take the transmission back over here and go completely through it and get all the junk out of it, and we put it back in with the new converter, Willis's old converter, and it immediately started leaking out the front seal. So I brought it over here, and I said, I'm not giving it back to you until it's fixed. It's just easier to work on stuff here. That's where all my tools are. I don't have to drive 45 minutes over to his house and 45 minutes back to fool with his, fool with it. And it's just easier. You know, I have to take my tools over there, and I get over there, and I'm like, oh man, I needed this tool, and I don't have it. So it's a lot better to just mess with it here. So I brought it here. Buddy Denny and Willis helped me pull it out this time. But anyway, what happened was, and I should have known this based on how the snout on this one looks. I don't know if it's been that way or the torque converter exploding did that. I don't know. But anyway, this goes in here. And we basically just pushed it out with a screwdriver, and you should have to press that out. Fortunately, well, we'll look at it. You can tell it's been spinning. So it's supposed to set flush in there. In there, top and bottom flush. It was sticking out. I don't know, it was sticking out about 1/8 of an inch, and it was spinning and walking and hitting the sill and making it leak. That's what was happening. As you can see there, it was even spinning on this side. But it doesn't feel too scarred up in here. I mean, if we put it back in and it leaks this time, he's just going to have to get another pump, because that means this is wore out or oblongs or something. But I got a new seal. I got a new, bushing. We're going to press that one in there, put it in there flush. I got a new seal, and we're going to put that in there. I'm going to clean this up, and I'm going to put Loctite around the outside of this. And then my handy dandy little drive that down in there. It fits a lot better than the other one. I can almost push this one in. That's how wore out it is. If I got it, yeah, see, look. I just pushed that in there, and that's how it was. And it should be, it should be farther down, but yeah, we just pulled that out there. You shouldn't be able to do that. So that was walking back and forth and hitting the sill. Not only that, but it was blocking, this hole. This and the seal were together and blocking that hole right there. But yeah, put one of those back in there. Clean this area up real good. Put that in there with Loctite around it. And then we're going to clean up the snout of the Willis's old converter. And then we're going to put it all back together and hope it doesn't leak. That's where we're at on the Trans Am. I hate that this thing's fighting me this much over what Noah did. Now granted, I should have checked that better before we put it back in. I should have checked that better. I should have known where that blew up and the snout on that old converter was messed up. I should have looked at this better. But whatever. Here we are. Live and learn. Live and learn. Chalk it up to a learning experience. Alright, she's back together. And I ran her through the gears. Up in there, it ran through all the gears. And it didn't leak a drop of nothing that time. So hopefully this thing's fixed. I'm going to test drive it some. It just stormed really hard earlier. Man, it's like a storm come through. It didn't last 30 minutes, but the wind started whipping. There's a bunch of tree limbs down. A tree fell down up the road. There's a bunch of tree limbs in my driveway I got to clean up. But yeah, the wind started blowing real hard and it poured the rain. I guess a lot of people in Lexington hydroplane because my map at work, usually coming back, all the roads are gray. They were all red and yellow. All of them were red and yellow, which means the traffic was backed up because of the storm. Either people were wrecking, and all you could hear were sirens. Police sirens, ambulance sirens. It's a pretty good little 30-minute storm, but hopefully this thing's fixed. I checked the fluid. I got it up to 185 degrees. Then I kicked the fans on and the radiator on. It dropped down to 175. I checked the fluid. It was just a hair above full, just a hair. It took, let me see, 4, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14 quarts. It took 14 quarts, which has got that deep pan on it. But yeah, tomorrow, well, Thursday, I'm going to take it down and drive it back and forth right here a little bit. And then Thursday, when I'm off work, I'll drive it down the road and see what it does. And if all goes well, also may race it Friday for testing tune at Kentucky Dragway. Back on the ground. Just drive her back and forth a little bit. See what it does. We got fire in the pipes. Put it in first gear. Ooh, I thought it hit. There we go. There's first. Oh, she's peppy. There's second. Oh yeah, I got a second. There's third. Converter's gonna slip a little on third. I should probably turn that light on. It's reflecting back in the car. There's third. Let's go reverse. It's this button. There we go. Yeah, there we go. was hitting the wrong button. This is the scramble. This is the trans brake. It used to make this god-awful noise when you put it in gear. It ain't making that noise now. Yeah. It power brakes easy now. Well, this needs test drove. Well, it's a new day. Let's get some heat in the pipes and drive it around the block. Make sure it's going to work right. Just going around the block. There's first, second, third. This thing ain't exactly legal, so I can't really drive it much. I couldn't record and hold the phone at the same time. See Pepe. See Pepe Le Pew, son. She ready. Throwing gravel, just barely hitting the throttle. See Pepe, son. I think she's ready. You got some oil or something on the turbo. It's smoking. It's just the blanket. Yeah, it's ready. It's definitely ready. It pulled hard. It pulls harder than mine on gate, that's for sure. Nope. Turbo's smoking. Something got on it. I don't know if oil accidentally got on it, transmission fluid, but it's just a turbo cover smoking. Yeah, you probably see it. Can you see it? We'll see it here when we get out. This thing's ready. It pulls hard in first gear and second gear. I didn't really have any RPMs in it when I hit third, so I kind of felt lazy in third, but it goes through the gears and it pulls way better than it did with that Noah converter in it. I think it's ready. I think it's ready. On gate, it'll probably run like 1150. I don't know. There ain't no CO2 in the bottle, but you can fill that up at the track for 25, 30 bucks. I don't know if he wants to fill it up or not. So if it don't rain us out tomorrow, this thing's going to be at Kentucky Dragway. We're going to make a couple of just gate passes. Probably just run 1150 in a quarter or so. And then we'll see if we can't hook that up. Well, it's hooked up. It just needs some air. It's completely empty. I tried to turn it on. It ain't got nothing in it. And see if we can't get this thing. See if he ain't scared to send it. Yeah, something got on that blanket. See it? I thought the car was smoking. No, it's just something got on that blanket. And it's smoking pretty good right there. I let it run a little bit when I stopped, but look, nothing under the car. Nothing under the car at all. Not a drop of nothing. Yes, sir. I think she's ready.